Hey y'all, I'm Scrub, and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. In the last part, we got introduced to our hero, Dixon Cider, who is this chappie right here. He's looking pretty damn nice. I think he'll do alright for us. We also started exploring this Ayleid ruin to get our introduction to the world, and we did find out that the new difficulty system does definitely have some difficulties. These guys are starting to look pretty tough. I think we'll stick with this difficulty for a little bit. I might drop back down if we keep getting our asses kicked, but for now, we'll try it out. Found him. Okay, jump does not get you out of crouch. Jump does not get you out of crouch. Skeleton, go.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
But actually, hold on. Here we go. Go for a little bit of healing damage. Why not? Thank you, skeleton. Love you. That is the other thing that you might want to consider, especially if you haven't played this game in a while or you're coming over from Skyrim. Skeletons. Skeletons are freaking tough, man. Oh, I keep forgetting that these guys show that you're being tracked on stealth. We'll need to sort that out shortly. I do have a solution for that. It probably won't be for a while, though. Okay, let's grab the super obvious trap chest. Okay, I guess it wasn't. Start picking away at this fella. Get a little bit of backup. All right. Yeah, the skeletons are pretty damn tough, as it turns out. Okay, here we go. That's another way you can actually unlock. If you bring up your quick bar by hitting R, you'll actually unlock it. So that might be the quick way to do that. That's good to know. So far, so good. No main issues. Just take it nice and slow. It's been a while since we've been dungeon crawling. Everything will be a-okay. Okay, dinked it off the staircase. Good job. Proud of you. Parkour. Ow. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why am I the biggest idiot I know? All right, skeleton, go. Thank you. Oh, it's a ranged spell. I thought it was a touch spell. Okay, that is actually a little bit better. Okay, a slight restructuring. I'm going to put my conjuration on 3 because that's my most important spell. I need my tracking dog. Yeah, let's keep pushing down this way. Don't worry about going into the other one. We'll probably exit that way. I don't know if it's just me. It does feel like that everything regenerates a bit quicker. It seems like it's a bit closer to the Skyrim system because there was regen in the original Oblivion, but it was definitely a lot slower, especially early game when you don't have any willpower or endurance or any of the stuff that recovers fatigue. Yeah, it's the skeleton archer that dominated me last time. So let's see if we can find. Okay, yep, they were waiting for ambush. Well done, proud of you. All right, so yeah, we can still dink arrows off them. Yeah, it feels like it's not as effective. Well, I say that. Okay, that actually went a lot better than I expected. I think I'm kind of underestimating. I think it's maybe just the fact that I get annoyed about the fact that it's not easy to collect the arrows. It does make me wonder, can you recover magic arrows? I do not remember. Because if you can just dink them off skeletons and then grab them again, that would be hilarious. Where is it? Oh, there he is. Sheesh. Almost walked right into him. Okay. That's not exactly where I wanted to go, but we'll make it work. All right, we're going the long way around, actually. He's going to destroy me if I get out in here. Hey, guess what's over here? Okay, it's fine. We're just going to chill down here for a minute. This is our home. This is where we live. Fortunately, you can do just about everything underwater in this game, so I'm going to go ahead and heal up down here real quick. Hello, fishies. Fish are friends, not food. Pop a little potion of sorcery, and then get a little bit of cover. Pop to real cover. Pull the shield out. It also feels like we're leveling up a lot quicker than we used to. All right, good job. Hit my own skeleton. Okay, I think we blocked that. Ooh, you cannot block quick. Okay. Do you keep in mind, it doesn't look like you can cancel your attack animations, so if you're going to attack, you need to commit. Okay, that's worth knowing. I thought I'd be able to at least cancel out of attacks, but yeah, no, there's like a full second if you're mid-swing. Guess who's waiting for us? Okay, we can even push out of the water while we're blocking underwater. Okay, let's try. Okay, you can't summon in water. That's fair. Also not sure if weapon type matters, because you would expect like an axe or a mace to do better against these guys. I'm not sure if that's a thing. All right, guys, we're down to 62 lockpicks. We might need to be a little bit cautious going forward. At 1 or 2, I can't tell. Oh, that was a lucky average. Oh! All right, maybe not that lucky. Maybe not that lucky. You get over here. All right, you want to keep following me? That's fine. I can work with that. If I don't run into a bench and die. Okay, here we go. Are the arrows sticking? Oh, they are. Oh, they added that. All the arrows are sticking now. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, look at that. Arrows actually stick to skeletons now. Which does make sense, because you have to assume these, while they are magically reinforced, they're probably still a little bit soft, given they've been rotting for presumably centuries. They're stuck in there. I guess we don't actually care for a little bit, so don't mind me. I'm gonna loot your friends. And security is almost up to 25, which would be nice. Security is probably going to be one of the fastest ones we grind. That is a minor skill. We're gonna definitely be getting that up to 100. Chances are I'm gonna try and get every skill up to 100 at some point, just because it's fun. And go ahead and give you a friend, and then we will actually give this a chance. All right, I missed. Good job. Okay, chill. There we go. How much does this do? Okay, the block is pretty decent. All right, he is taking out that skull. Here we go. We are getting a little bit of a hit detection thing going. Wow. Okay, get fucked me. He may get stunned, but not that stunned, as it turns out. Let's try again. Unfortunately, I just put us back here. Okay, lesson learned. I'm gonna drop a few more little bitch saves going forward, just because I am rusty as hell. So I'll get back to you guys in a couple minutes once we get caught up back to where we were. My level ups may be slightly different. Okay, also do keep in mind, if you do end up doing your hotkeys at some point, you die, it will reset your hotkeys. Those don't carry over, so something to be aware of. Back fiends. Okay, there's 2 of them, and okay, they will still attack you even though they're turned. That's interesting. I think he was trying to run away, but since I was in his way, he attacked me, I believe is what happened there. Also, yeah, there is nothing to stop you from just eating raw ingredients. They don't do much for you, but it's better than nothing. Also boost a little bit of alchemy doing that, so that's fun. Yeah, look at that. He's supposed to be turned, but he just doesn't care. Interesting. And I didn't see the resisted effect message, unless it popped up and I just didn't notice it. Where did this guy end up? Because we can probably just outshoot him at this point. Might be easier. I thought there was one extra. Okay. Come on. Please. Thank you. Okay, I can't... It just landed. I can't find the damn thing. Okay, well, we're off to a swimming start. Ow. Screw it. There's 1,000 of them. I'm not too worried about it. This way, pincushion. Okay, that's a tilde for your console commands. That's not what I wanted. I want to hit 1. There we go. Okay, that is not a lot of that, as it turns out. Maybe not the way for now. Maybe wait till we get a better spell for that. There should be 2 in here. Presumably they're going to come over this way, because everyone on the map seems to know that I'm here at this point. And we'll double team me with our skeleton. Okay, you were both waiting for the ambush. Well done. Okay, pull back, pull back. Let's not deal with that. Okay, we're having problems reaching each other. I'm guessing it's because I'm using a short sword instead of a long sword. There we go. All right, so now 1 archer, and we should be good. Also, I guess while we're at it, those welcome stones. So we can see I'm out of magic, which is never a good thing. If we head over to the miscellaneous tab, grab a welcome stone, our magic's back. Yay. So yeah, those are a guaranteed full restore on your magic. They're pretty damn nice. Obviously, early game, you're probably better off using cheaper potions and saving those for as long as you can. Or, you know, you probably want to sell a few of them. Welcome stones are pretty damn clutch to have in your back pocket. I almost died from jumping. Okay, let's get her full heal in real quick before I die like an idiot again. Also, this guy was waiting for me the whole time. My guy, I don't think was even attacking him. Come on, man. He's just chilling. Skeleton, please. I brought you from hell for a reason. Go do something. All right, good job. Proud of you. All right, this guy's just gonna corner camp for a while, I think. That's fine, too. You can play that game if you want to play like that. Gonna get your tootsies. Corner camping, bitch. Act like I haven't played Battlefield 1. I know how this goes. Oh, also, I don't think I noticed this. There's an Ayleid cask under the water. Bonus. A little bit extra gold never hurts. Might as well confirm it. I'm gonna try a poison, see if it still doesn't work against undead. As soon as we draw this guy back up this way. Wow, these guys do not care about your summons in the slightest. They stay 1000% aggroed on you. All right, well, so much for using that guy's a distraction skeleton. This is a problem, actually. This is kind of a problem. Like, he literally does not... Okay, there we go. Nope. I got baited. I got baited. I could also just drop difficulty down, but why would I do that when I can say screw it and hate my life? Hey, guess what? Poison still doesn't work against the undead. There we go. Science was totally worth it there. All right, skeleton, seriously, please do something with your pathetic existence. So the skeletons are completely useless, as it turns out. Good, I love that. That's my favorite thing here so far. Okay, they can... Okay, that's what happens. Okay, it works for a little bit, but then they ignore it after you try and attack them. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, they go full pursuit after that. Okay, what if we re-up it? Okay. Okay, I think we've got a new idea. Hey, this way. All right, it would help if I could learn to hit the broadside of a barn, or these guys wouldn't juke. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Hey, dick, keep running. I'm gonna shoot you in the back. This one is an archer, so let's try skeleton. Okay, you're distracting. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should be doing multiple small attacks or try and focus on power attacks. I don't remember. I usually go for the basic attacks. That's fine. Re-up skeleton. Let him get a little bit of aggro first, and then we attack. Okay, power attacks might be a little bit better. We'll try that out a little bit more, see if that helps. So down to the windowsill we go. I wonder what kind of trap this could possibly be. Hey, skeleton. Over here, you dick. Come on, get aggressive. Get aggressive. You know you want to. Wow, that guy tracked that like a champ. Come on, don't... he's not gonna do it. It's fine, I can make it work the other way. Skeleton, go get him. Hey, guess what? It didn't work the way you would expect it to. Yeah, the traps in this game are pretty rad. But avoidable. I'll be honest, I did try to jump there, and my guy just did not do it, so... Maybe you can't quite avoid him the way you used to. Maybe they're trying to make physics a little bit more of a thing. Maybe it's my timing. Let's try it again. We got time. We might as well figure out the science. Okay, see, that one... Okay, that time it worked. I think I just suck at the game. That's fair. Okay, good miss. Try again. Oh, just next to him. It's fine. Ah. Okay, that was not what I was expecting. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be pretty trappy. Okay. I think I know what we're looking at here. There's nobody actually in this room to fight, is there? But it looks like there's a set of 6 different hidden doors. I wonder what we could possibly need to do here. Okay, I heard the combat music, but it's just because they hear me through the wall. That's fine. Yeah, I'm guessing there is a way to figure this out. If you follow the blood trails, which... Okay, I was assuming the blood trail would actually go to one of these. It does not look like it. It looks like it just goes off in this vague direction. I guess we'll just do these one at a time and see what happens. If nothing else, we want to try and get the loot. Hey, we can ignore the rest of the puzzle. We got it, guys. We got it. Of course, we're not going to do that. I'm going to definitely die here at least 1 or 2 more times because of pride. Lord number 2. Okay, hey, which skeleton is mine? Hey, probably the other one that's not doing anything. I know that's a bit of a shock coming to everybody. A second too late on that. That's fine. Oh, hey, slight problem. You might actually go... Hey, this way, you dick. Yeah, I actually need you to follow me a little bit. I didn't want you to run that far. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think I ever used Turn Undead in my normal playthroughs. I'm starting to understand the appeal. And that would be the bottom one. All right, so our skeleton's actually the most useful when he's not doing anything and he's holding them in place on accident. We'll get some better summons as the game goes on, don't you worry. And to be fair, when he actually does his job, he's great. It's just sometimes he's being a bit of a pain in the ass, as it turns out. All right, go away. That's fine. And 3 shots seems to be the trick. Okay, so I think they literally all had skeletons, except for the one that we got on the first one, which was the right one. So, go team. Get a little bit of this XP, though. Never hurts. I also don't think headshots matter in this game, if I'm not mistaken. That could have also changed. I think as long as you get the hit on the body, that's all that really matters. I could be mistaken. Feel free to let me know about that in the comments. A white glowy cage. What could possibly be in there? I can't believe you didn't see me. I was right in your line of sight. Okay, so that's gonna be an axe. I hear another one off to the left. I think we probably just use this corridor. Do Turn Undead is probably our safest bet here. Go ahead, trigger him. And you cannot sprint out of a crouch, and I don't think you can sprint through caps lock either, so be careful about that. He's still running. Okay, that one took 4. Interesting. Okay, go ahead and send these skeleton out. And grab a little bit of flare, why not? There we go, easy peasy. The room is clear, and let's go ahead and press this block. Ooh. Varla Stone. These things are a little bit more interesting. We'll get to that when the time comes. And you may have also seen that thing was worth 1,000 gold coins, so not the shabbiest thing to get. Yeah, Ayleid Ruins, you can get a ton of money. Because, of course, not only do they have all this nice ancient stuff in here that you can grab, but, of course, these kind of ruins will draw even more people to come grab stuff from them, so ruins are a very good way to get some XP and money in this game. Here we go. Yeah, we got a little bit more to do. I've definitely been sleeping on Turn Undead. Okay, lesson learned. I'm still not convinced I'm about to walk into something really bad for me. Hey, good news. We found the thing. And sprint. And an Ayleid statue. Here we go. This is why we came here. We'll be grabbing that, of course. Only worth 250, so you may not think it's that important. I literally forgot that we were here for this exact thing. Guessing there's gonna be someone in here. There we go, and now we're up to our apprentice security, which means, of course, now we can actually leave some tumblers in place once we start picking them, which is amazing. Probably don't leave caps lock on. Probably don't leave caps lock on. It's fine, we'll make it work. Did this guy just absolutely... I think that guy absolutely sprinted through all of that. There we go. Okay, nothing really great in there, actually. So check the other rooms real quick, and then we should be good to leave here shortly. Rush through, wait for the second one. Rush back through. There we go. Who are you? Well, guess what? You're hostile and you happen to turn this way.
You'll never take me down.
Jalbert. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a bitch, as it turns out. What did you have on you? No armor, unfortunately, but not much we can do about it. And did you have... Hold on. Roll you over. Oh, never mind. Your dagger's right here. Iron dagger. Not worth anything. Okay, a little bit of extra stuff. Nothing too crazy. Grab the gold coins on top. Please, game. Thank you. And an undelivered letter. Look, my friend. I apologize that I have not written before now, and pray that you worry not. How could you know that your patrol would stumble across my outing at the cemetery? There was no denying my deed. A sack full of limbs and grave soil still fresh on my boots. With your men standing by, what choice was there but pursuit, lest they suspect your own true nature? Truly, I am glad it was you to expose me and not another whose spellfire may not have missed my escape so widely. My new haven provides safety and bodies to work on, whether those long dead or hapless bandits. I will be content here for some time, though I dare not yet say where. Care for Aisu? Here for that person. And know that when the time comes, I shall return to live again in our beloved Daggerfall. Until then, Captain Cardius, remain vigilant and always hidden. Well, none of that really matters because you're dead now. Ooh, a fine iron lawn sword. We'll go ahead and grab that. And I'm over encumbered, of course. Is that actually better than my steel short? It is just, and we are actually starting to run into some armor issues. I don't think I picked up that many hammers yet. Here we go, drop down, and just like that, we have Skyrim'd our way back to the first entrance. Lovely. Oh, hey, I accidentally triggered that trap. That's what it was. There we go. After a number of deaths I didn't bother keeping track of, we got through our first dungeon. Hooray. And before we forget, let's actually head to bed for the night. We've had a nice long day. Let's go ahead and get a couple kills here real quick, and then let's get some rest. Mud crab, how about you? I need to work on my restoration. Wow, that does not absorb much. This mud crab's gonna kill me if I don't pay attention. Okay, let's, hey, the absorb spell is pretty useless as it turns out. We'll get a real one later on. The hero of our world, running circles around a mud crab. Okay, I was gonna get kind of cute and do some hand-to-hand, but I think this thing might actually kill me, so I'm just gonna shoot him in the face. $10 a.m. seems like a decent little start. Here we go, level up. You realize that all your life you've been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. 3 attributes to increase, 12 virtues. Oh. Oh, this is different. Okay, so part of what I was talking about with the old level up system, the way it used to work, each skill had its associated stuff. So, you know, you'd have your melee stuff on strength, you'd have like armor, heavy stuff on endurance, and whether it was a major or a minor skill, it would determine which of these got buffs. So you could do, let's say you didn't do any strength during the process to get to a level up, you would only be able to upgrade that by 1. If you did a bunch of intelligence stuff before you unlock that level up, say like conjuration, alchemy, and whatever the third one is, I believe are intelligence, you could get that up to a +5. Instead, it looks like you can just kind of allocate wherever, which also completely nullifies my argument about luck earlier. That does make things a little bit more interesting now, doesn't it? If we're going to be looking at this, we definitely need some endurance. I do need some health. That is true. Caps out at 5, it looks like. Okay, so that's why they give you the 12. Okay, that's kind of cool. Personality is probably the one I'm least worried about because you can just be charming in your own right. A little bit into strength, not too much, and throw the rest into agility. Okay, this is going to take some getting used to. That's completely different. Oh, hey, man. I guess you were out on patrol and didn't realize it was me. So I guess our skeleton just doesn't want to kill its own kind, as it turns out. It's good at killing just about anything else. Ooh, bound helmet tome. Yoink. We picked up that tome, so we come over to, I assume, miscellaneous. You want to add this to your spell list? Sure. So now we can summon our own helmet. Ooh, the Daedric stuff does look pretty nice right now, I will admit. I do like it. And these things will regenerate over time, so I'm gonna go ahead and top up on that. Also, we apparently have another level up, so let's actually go ahead and drop that real quick. Realize that you are catching on to the secret of success. It's just a matter of concentration. Let's go ahead and bump strength up to 45. Let's grab endurance up to 40. We're definitely going to want to max out intelligence at some point, so let's throw a couple points in that as well. And maybe don't step on campfires to catch on fire. There we go. Now we're caught up on levels. All right, so level 3 out of the first dungeon. You love to see it. Also, make sure you always check your clams because you can find some pearls and the like in here. So strength, that bumped us up to 225. So I think that was, what, 5 points per? Not too shabby. We do have quite a bit on us, so how about we go visit the Imperial City for the first time? Try and offload some of this junk. The old system does still apply. You can actually fast travel to any major city right away if you want to. However, something that I do like to do in this game, and I think I'm going to actually do it on this run, the first time I ever visit a city, I like to do that route on foot. I feel like it's a little bit too easy to just travel around the entire map right away, so At least the first time I like to do the travel on my own and then fast travel after that. So we'll plan our first route after this. I think I have a couple things I want to do first, though. Spoiler alert, we're not going to be getting to the main quest anytime soon. That's going to be something that probably sits back burner the most of the playthrough, which that's how these games are supposed to be, I think. And here we are at the lovely Imperial prison where we were recently a resident of. Let's not go back there anytime soon. It's a silly place. Here we go, the market district. Yay, and I am so excited to see how the Imperial City looks. White gold tower. Oh.
Goodbye. I ran across a couple of mud crabs
Oh,
not
look
long
at it.
ago. Annoying creatures.
Nasty creatures.
Oh, everyone looks
but
so
I hear
good.
Their meat is rather tasty.
So long.
Good
Who will
day.
help an old beggar?
Not that guy, apparently. This brings me back, dude. This really brings me back.
Well met.
Oh, look at the Imperial armor. I like the new little crest they have on there. I think that might be different. I think they might have had it, but it was like black earlier. I don't quite remember. You can see the nice little signs out front will tell you exactly what you're trying to buy. My first and favorite shop, the Copious Coin Purse. Hello, Thorinir. We're going to become best friends shortly.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
Well, first off, I'd like to see how hard the persuasion game is in this. You can just straight up give them gold, they'll like you for that, or you can do the minigame. And of course, you look at the reactions, and you want the big ones on
What
these.
a wonderful compliment.
There we go.
I doubt it.
Here,
I
big,
won't fight.
and
You should
small.
be ashamed.
Okay, it'll take a minute to get used to it, but that's fine. And the game will actually light up to show you what each one's at. Okay, so that's what that's doing.
Goodness.
Personality might be a little bit more important than it used to be because you used to be able to just do that with everybody and win, and the negatives are really bad, the positives aren't great.
I have the best prices in town. Why? I'm smart, and you're smart. We know the right people. We get the best deals.
Ooh, okay, the voice acting is also pretty... It's the same, but it's different.
Bothiel
Which
from the
sounds
Arcane
dumb.
University is looking for someone to chase the bandits from Camp Ayles. Probably trying to enhance her weird machine.
That is going to be the, oh, I can't remember what's called, the Orrery, I believe, over at the College of Magi. We'll definitely be doing that one later. But here we go, bartering. Okay, so that shaman staff will sell for 82. That's not too bad. We can probably offload the short sword since we have the long sword. Can sell iron arrows. Okay, in the old game, you could sell them, but they wouldn't sell for any gold. Also, it did just dawn on me. I think they finally have weight. I don't think they used to have weight in the old one. Okay, so that's how they balance that. I'm okay with that change because I did remember just now, you used to be able to run around with like 200 arrows at a time and it wouldn't make a difference. So I'm actually glad about this change. It makes you think a little bit more. And throw those leather bracers on before I forget. There we go. Now we're a little bit armored. We still don't look great, but it's better than nothing. And now is a great time to offload
seems
all
a
these
fair
little
price.
gems that we have. Oh, and here's fun. You actually get to keep the tome, so it doesn't just disintegrate in your hands once you learn a spell. So we'll definitely sell that. Also, you might be thinking, oh, sell that Ayleid statue. It's going to sell for a lot. Do not sell that. Do not sell the Ayleid statue. Not yet. We have a very specific thing we want to do with it. I think I just realized what's been happening. I think all skills might raise your level now, because that was mercantile, and I definitely don't have that, but I think I saw my XP bar go up a little bit. So that's going to actually change everything if your minor skills actually help level you now, which makes me think that maybe the early game's going to be a lot quicker, but the late game's going to be a bit more of a grind, which would be interesting. I think I'd be okay with that change. Now that we're in the Imperial City, one of the first things I love to do is check every single one of these crates for stuff, because all of it is free game and there's repair hammers. So I'll probably be back to you guys in a couple minutes after I take literally everything worth selling. There's also a lot of food out here, so you can do some pretty basic alchemy. That is this side cleared out. Just gotta head over to the other side and do that. And I am also gonna grab all the cheap stuff that you probably wouldn't think is worth selling, because in this game, unless it's changed, every single deal that you do with a trader is gonna actually help increase your relations with them. So giving them a bunch of cheap early deals means you can make a lot more money later on. Especially here, I don't usually do it once we're actually out raiding because you need that space for more important stuff. While you're here, you might as well take all the cheap stuff so you can flood your favorite merchant with it. It looks like we ended up with 5 repair hammers, a bunch of food, and a decent little chunk of lockpicks as well. Go ahead and get some of that armor XP going. Okay, a little bit more mercantile skill out of that. Yeah, I might throw a few points in a personality just to get a little bit of that initial start going. One other place I did want to definitely check out before we do anything. Here we go, Edgar's discount spells. Okay, some of your stuff's on the floor. I would pick it up for you, but I think you would think I'm stealing, so let's not do that.
Edgar Vatrine, you don't want the very best. You want cheap. and I got cheap.
And at this point in the game, you are 100% right. Let's talk to you for a little bit, though.
You want to buy or sell, the city is great. You want free? Go down the holes, kill some monsters, sell your loot back in the city.
And that is a very good early game strategy, if you can believe it, to get yourself started. There's a lot of stuff around the Imperial City that you can hit that's relatively close. Can be very worth doing. We might do a little bit of that. I'm not sure if I want to do the full loop or not.
Good thing we have the Black Horse Courier. I don't know how we'd get our news without it.
Okay, so the bottom... So right and down are your favorites. So let's do boom.
I doubt it. That's pretty. I accept.
Boom.
Don't talk such a rot.
There we go. You're a little bit easier than Glarthir. Or Thorinir. I'm getting my guys mixed up. Of course, now that his disposition's up, if we go over to
Can
purchasing...
I interest you in some of my wares?
Haggle. So yeah, you figure out your mercantile, you figure out theirs, their disposition matters, and this can be very good or very rough. Early game, we're not gonna be able to get that much value out of it. Also, Fall, do you have anything we actually care about right away? Here's the one. Summon Scamp. I'm a little bit interested in this one. It's pretty expensive. And how much magic do I actually have? I have 108. That's all right. Yeah, our health is atrocious. We need to get our endurance up a little bit. There we go. He's actually willing to go for that price. Yeah, we'll grab a summon Scamp. I think this is going to be a little bit of a short trip to the Imperial City. I just kind of want to get started off in here real quick to grab a couple things, and we're going to head right back out because there's always at least one place I like to check out before we start on our adventure in earnest. Aside from the Ayleid Ruin where I got my ass kicked, there's one more place that I think is a little bit more interesting for any starting adventurer. And before we do that, I think we need to go over here, if I'm not mistaken. Temple District? It's either this or the Elven Gardens. I can't remember. Okay, I'm also going to be assuming that I know exactly who I'm looking for is another problem. I do not remember. It could be one of the ones in the back alley, too. I don't think it's this house. I think we're looking for a high elf. Do you want something of mine?
Marauder-bandit. I'm very fond of nice things. How fortunate that I can afford them.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to me. I don't care about you. I'm sorry about that. Bye. I'm probably in the wrong district. Calling it right now. I thought it was this one before you head out the West Gate. Usually some decent stuff you can grab around here. Definitely grab some of that while you're around.
Could do with a drink, but I'm still sharp. Don't you worry.
No heroics now, all right? Remember your training and do what you have to do. But don't take any unnecessary risks.
Back to the watch then, eh? Don't forget to stop by the barracks later. I'll show you those new greaves. The mithril ones. Until then.
Ooh, hello. Okay. I wonder if that's actually there. It would not be bad to get some early mithril.
Hey, stranger, can you spare a few coins? I've just been shaken down by that bastard watchman, and he took my last septon.
I did just break into your house trying to find someone to buy some ancient garbage.
Blessings of Akatosh upon you.
And what can you tell me about these corrupt watchmen?
I don't know his name, but I'd recognize him if I saw him again. Lurank and I were shopping at Jensen's when he accused us of stealing. Even Jensen said we were innocent, but he didn't care. We had to pay his fine or go to jail.
Why didn't Jensen report him then?
He's shaken down most of the shopkeepers in the market district. They're all too afraid of him to do anything. Jensen wouldn't even talk about it. Someone ought to do something about him.
And somebody ought to, for sure.
You're very curious. Perhaps too curious for your own good.
I mean, you know what? You're not wrong. I am a protagonist, after all.
I understand that Arthrelos isn't a bad man to talk to, if you need to learn how not to be seen.
And this is some other flavor that's probably worth keeping an eye out for, because that means that guy's probably a sneak trainer, and there are a lot of good trainers in the Imperial City if you know where to find them. Ooh, the Grave Fox. Wanted for a bunch of bad things, and I'm sure we're never gonna find him. I could not find who I was looking for right away, which is a bit of a shame, so how about we actually head west out of town, and we do a little bit of exploring. I think I may have been wrong twice. I thought I went out the left one. That was the, that's the Talos district. The Temple district's down here, so I think this is the right district. Because it should be one of these central buildings, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Umbacano Manor. Here we go. I think this is the guy we want to talk to.
Jolrain the butler. I've served Master Umbacano for many years.
Hello, Jolrain. What can you tell me about Umbacano?
My master, Umbacano, is known across Cyrodiil as a collector of Ayleid antiquities. He's always interested in rare artifacts from that era. Why? Do you have something of interest to my master?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Really? May I see it, please?
Show him the statue.
I believe my master would be interested in speaking to you right away. If you'll just follow me.
Hello, Umbacano.
Yes? You have something of interest to me?
Ooh, the high elves look real elfy. I like that.
Ah,
one of the 10 ancestors. Hold it up to the light. Yes, exquisite. You did the right thing by bringing this to me. I am interested in obtaining the complete set of these statues. If you bring them to me when you find them, I will pay you double for each one. I would be happy to take this statue off your hands right now. I assume that's why you came to see me?
As a matter of fact, it was 500 gold.
Wonderful. Remember, I will be happy to give you the same price for any others that you find. And I'll double your payment if you manage to recover the complete set of 10. I look forward to a long and mutually profitable relationship.
So that's a very good one to get started early on because, of course, we're not going to be going straight to each 10 of them. That's more of one I like to do as the game goes on. Can you tell me about the statues themselves?
Yes. Have you found another statue for me?
No, I actually just wanted to know more about them.
Well then, you have work to do. I will continue to search the archives for any clues to the statue's locations.
Ooh, okay, I don't remember that. Will you actually tell me about them? What if I ask for a rumor?
Alessia Cara visits her mother in Coral regularly. A dutiful daughter. And a dutiful wife, I hear.
Okay, that's not really what I cared about. Can I persuade you?
This better be good.
Also, yeah, I just stopped there in the corner. Confirmation. I leveled up off a minor skill, so that has 100% change. Okay, so that is that quest good and started. And let's go ahead and head out of here for now. They even left the old horse you can steal right outside the gate. That's nice. Let's not do that, though. Let's go ahead and go for a little bit of a walk. We need to work on our athletics. Before we head out, we got to start hitting up these shrines. These are very good to get your hands on. We'll see shortly why. The west just looks gorgeous. There's the forest, mountains. Oh. It is good to be here. It is real good to be here. Way Shrine Julianos. Know the truth, observe the law, pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessing. And we do get a little bit of a buff there that just flew into us. 600 seconds of 10 extra intelligence, and it looks like we also get 10 points of extra magicka for 600 seconds. Not too shabby. Definitely check these out every time you pass one. The main benefit of that is that wasn't just flavor text. From now on, now that we made a quote-unquote pilgrimage to that shrine, each temple in the major cities will have a shrine for each of the 9, and once you make a pilgrimage over to one of these little ones out in the wild, then you can use the ones at the chapels. Also, shout out to the, I believe that's going to be the mage tower, so you definitely want to hit those up, and that will also be a lot more important for a major quest later down the line. And here's the nice little village of Way, and we do actually want to stop off here real quick. We will come back here to do another quest, but I do want to grab this one right away. Narusa, hello.
So, welcome to the Walnut Inn. Could I interest you in a room or perhaps a bit of wine?
Yeah, what can you tell me about the wine you have? That sounds really good, actually.
Yes, actually, I'm quite fond of collecting all manners of wines from all over Tamriel. But one vintage continues to elude me. Shadow Banish wine. How I'd love to add it to my collection. Say, that gives me an idea. You look like the adventuring type. If you can retrieve 6 bottles of Shadow Banish wine, I'll gladly pay you well. All I know about them is that they're found in the many fort ruins scattered all over Cyrodiil.
What can you actually tell me about the wine, though, in more detail?
Apparently the wine is so rare because it was only made in one tiny batch. It's the product of an alchemist who was also a vintner. Besides tasting incredible, the magic within the wine allows the imbiber to be gifted with Night Eye. The vintner made it special for the Legion soldiers posted at the forts when they were active long ago. It was perfect for keeping lookouts warm on cold nights and helping them see better in the dark. Clever, eh?
Very clever indeed, and we will definitely start keeping an eye out for those.
Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Go ahead, keep it.
Oh, thanks. We should probably read that. What else can you tell me about?
The Colovian Highlands, near the Hammerfell border. No one lives there. That's barren wastelands.
And I believe I'll be talking about the region out west just north of Anvil. That's a pretty desolate area. Well, not really desolate, it's just wild.
Blasted thief! I hope they string him up when they catch him. He's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears.
Okay, a little bit of intel on the Gray Fox. We'll definitely want to follow that up at some point. And our first split decision. We can either head west to head over to Coral, Bruma, and Shadenall, or we can go down south and start heading towards Skingrid, Kvatch, Enville, Breville, and Leywin. And to start off, we do see these ruins over here. We're not going to hit those ones right away. We just hit a ruin. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of variety. Let's head west. This is probably my second most visited spot after the first Ayleid ruin, and you could argue that it's probably smarter to come over here first. We'll get into that in just a moment, if I don't get eaten by a wolf first. Oh, this is a lot slower than the short sword. Okay, definitely keep that in mind. It looks like we're giving away, but that's our skeleton. It's fine. There's a guard on the road. Yeah, the Imperial Legion, if you can believe it or not, they're actually kind of good at their jobs. They actually do patrols and stuff, which is very nice. Deer! I need venison. Get over here, you little bastard. Hey, don't mind me, Imperial Legion man. I'm just trying to run down a deer with a sword. Well, I lost him. I think we got some XP out of it, though, so not a total waste. Here we go, Fort Nikel. There's something very good here for us. Not too much outside, so I'm gonna actually do a little bit of mixing real quick, and then we'll head inside. We'll see what's waiting for us. This is why we want some venison, by the way. This is some of your earliest restore health potions. These are very nice. Now we are an apprentice of alchemy, so now we can get our second properties. And, oh, that's new. Sometimes craft an additional potion. That is really good. And that's just an apprentice. Okay, alchemy may have gotten a pretty significant buff. Okay, there we go. Crafted down a bunch of that, so we should be good. 37 new potions, actually. All right, a little bit of a headshot, no big deal. One down. Iron for marauders is a bit of a shame. And yeah, we can break both these, no problem. You may hear some fighting happening. Let's go ahead and sneak up a little bit faster. Slow down. Okay, they're not doing it out here, but there's supposed to be a battle royale between some marauders and some bandits. They're usually fighting each other right here. They're here, as it turns out. Okay, they actually did this a little bit better in the old version, actually. They would have a nice little duel down here, and then you just got to pick at the remains. We'll just need to actually go grab these and see if maybe they're not at the other gate. If they are, I think I have a plan to maybe try and get these guys to still fight each other. Yeah, they're both here. Okay, I think we can still make this work, especially with the power of sprinting. Okay, so you guys are here, so we'll turn the handle, sprint over here. We will turn this handle, sprint over here. Now we jump, parkour over here, go down in the water, and vibe. Okay, hopefully they lost track of us there, and also let's look for a treasure. Okay, they're fighting. I can hear them. Good. Okay, a little bit of healing is... Oh. Oh, he has a conjuration sword. That's what that was.
Warming up, pathetic worm. Just warming up.
All right, easy little kill there. Oh, I see him.
Jump on my sword while you can.
Yeah, these guys are at least smart enough to actually switch weapons once you get close with them, unlike the skeletons. Which is ironic, because the skeletons did way better, but what can you do? Okay, that is the bandits cleared. I think that's everyone. So yeah, marauders are going to be all about heavy. Bandits are all about light. So hopefully we can find a couple things to swap over to. Nothing good so far. Looks like it might actually be a little bit of a nothing burg. Oh, here we go. Okay, I was just about to talk some smack saying we weren't getting much. We get our first magic weapon, a short sword of embers. So 5 points of fire damage on every strike. When it does 3 damage is pretty damn solid. Unfortunately, no real armor for us to grab, which was the whole reason for coming over here. And as I try to run down this damn deer again, how about we call it a part for here, ladies and gentlemen? Pretty good little part. We did manage to clear out that Ayleid ruin, which was great. We did learn a couple tough lessons about combat, but I think we're starting to get to grips with it. And we also got our first look at the Imperial City, which is pretty good. And, oh, come on. Give me kill there. Also, how was that a sneak? It definitely knows I'm here. And next time, I think we're actually going to head back to the village just outside the city. There's another quest we want to do while we're in the neighborhood that's pretty worth doing, or at least it used to be. I assume it still is. Of course, the world is completely open to us. We'll probably start exploring one of the routes. I might start heading towards Wayne Priory. I know I was saying that we didn't care too much about the main quest to start off, but it's not a terrible idea to grab this one a little bit early. The merchant was suggesting it might be a good idea to do some dungeon delving around the Imperial City, and you can't see them on the map yet, but there are actually quite a few opportunities for that in the immediate area. Whatever we end up doing, hopefully you're looking forward to it. Until then, thanks for stopping by. See you later.